Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I have given tech support, or at least attempted to give tech support to friends, family, people who are close to me, and inevitably it ends up with me saying, "Move, just move," and then they get mad and they get upset and they want me to repeat things 5 times. It's like it's just so much easier to do it myself, and then they get just so upset at me and they say, "How come you can help everybody on the internet and you can't help me?" So it's because you don't eat, because I don't have to go to everybody's house and fix their computer problems. I can sit here and play quarterback. I mean, I might be able to connect to your screen remotely, but let me see how I do that. How do I do that? Well, just watch. Do it slower. Oh my God. Oh. That'd be like, okay, in order to ride a bike effectively, you have to travel at a, pretty decent speed. Imagine slowing down to -4 miles per hour, okay? You just keep falling over. It's, But, we all have to, deal with this, of course. And we've got to keep things in mind, especially when we're dealing with people who are not very tech literate. Now, this top 5 list comes in from J Thermain 24 from the chat room. And he says he's got 5 tips for helping seniors or the tech illiterate. He says, don't forget seniors can get very antsy and mad when it comes to stuff they don't know how to do. So, with that being said, here's my top 5 tips. And my dad is now a senior, and it's true. He gets very, very upset at me. He gets very upset at me. Number 1, be calm and talk slow. Oh, boy, 2 of the things I can do oh so well. Seniors and the tech illiterate will not know all the shortcuts that we geeks know and live by. Most likely it'll take them 3 or more times as long to do the simple tasks that we can do in 5 seconds. Talking slow and loudly for seniors will make this process much easier for them and less stressful on you. That's why I like recording videos, because then they can always hit the pause button or rewind. Number 2, be prepared to explain the same thing multiple times. This will mostly apply to seniors because they often have problems hearing. So always tail very slow. So, another thing to keep in mind there, it's not just seniors. It's anybody who just doesn't think of tech the same way we do. I mean, it could be a sibling. It could be a cousin. It could be someone that, you just go to school with. It could be anybody of any age. Number 3, having a pre-prepared list of steps to read from will also make the process of teaching easier. Just type them or even write them up. It'll make the speed of the session go much faster because you won't have to sit there and stare at the screen with that blank stare. That's when we forget the stuff. Number 4, when you are done showing the student, quote unquote, what they asked you to teach them, ask them to use their computer to make a step-by-step instruction manual. Use the print screen button to take a screen capture of each page so you can show them again how to do whatever they asked. Keep a Word document, hopefully Microsoft Word, running in the background. I don't know why I said hopefully. I mean, any Word document will do, or any word processor will do. Running in the background, and then just copy down each screen capture into the doc. After you have finished the task, use a simple drawing tool to circle the icons, drop-down list, or whatever they have to click on for that step. Put each picture on its own page and include text. At least use a 20-size font. Also, don't forget to save the file to a folder in their desktop and print out a hard copy for them to have. Also, if you have a USB key, which most of us have, save a copy there in case their computer crashes and they lose the file. Number 5, show them how to open and print the file in case they lose it. Most likely they will, and it'll save a second trip to the house if you showed them how to print out another copy. And this is where I was going to really check in. He has a bonus tip suggesting to use a screen recording software. That'd be my recommendation. I have stopped doing any kind of lists written out. It's just screencasts. Ponzi needs a way to do something. I say, okay, I know what she wants to do. I'm going to record me doing it. Here's the screencast, and I'm explaining, moving it over here, doing this here, doing this here. That way she doesn't have to ask me to stop and repeat it. I've recorded it. I've distanced myself from the problem. I know she can solve the problem. If she runs into problems with me explaining how to fix the problem, she can always pause or rewind indefinitely. And then if she doesn't get it, it has nothing to do with lazy. It has to do with knowing that I do not want to get in a fight over why her icon keeps disappearing. Just not going to do it. It's not worth it, okay? I've already gotten written out of my parents' will because I couldn't explain to my father that Outlook Express refuses to save different types of attachments in different folders, okay? And we went around and around and around and around and around on that for hours on end, okay? It's not worth it. Screencasts for the win. I'm done writing instructions, dude. I'm not going to write a novel. If you can't follow a video screencast, and I'll zoom in and everything, if you can't follow that, dude, there's no hope. Because then you can see it, you can rewind, you can pause. It trumps everything. Text is important, for searching and whatnot. But if I have to explain, in many cases, this is what happens. People ask me how to do something. I'll open the help file and copy and paste. In which case, I say, you realize you could search help on your desktop. Well, yeah, but it was easier to chase you down over the weekend. So then you record a screencast and showing them how to use help. And anymore, that's the great thing about Google. They'll just go to Google. So I'll be happy. They'll be happy. And hopefully I'll get back into my father's good graces at some point when Outlook Express, or now Windows Mail, stops sucking so much. Thanks again for the top 5 list. I do appreciate it. And I know we all have to deal with people who are less skilled than we are. And it's important to keep these things in mind. So my suggestion, bottom line, is using videos. What about your suggestions? What tips do you have for teaching people? What methods have you found work the best, especially when you have to work with friends or family? Because I have very little patience, and I can tend to be a fast talker without realizing it. I don't always make the best teacher. I teach by pointing you in that direction and then expecting you're going to go there. And if you don't, that's not my fault. I know I'm a bad teacher. I'm a horrible teacher. But I don't know. Maybe we can share more helpful hints with one another and all become better geeks because of it. My email address is chris@pirillo.com if you didn't already know. And you are also welcome to swing by our chat room, which is open pretty much 24 hours a day. 7 days a week. We're typically talking tech, and we're waiting for you to stop by. So what are you waiting for? We're at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.